Okay, we're going to continue on in the Apocrypha. This is the book of Ecclesiasticus, the wisdom of Joshua, the son of Sirach. Now, this book was written by a Jewish fellow about 180 BC. It wasn't written by Solomon. So it was written about 180 BC, before the birth of Jesus. So this is Ecclesiasticus 1:1. Since many great things have been communicated to us through the law and the prophets and the others who followed after them, for which we must give Israel the praise due to instruction and wisdom. And since not only must those who read become expert themselves, but those who love learning must be able to be useful to the uninitiated, both in speaking and in writing. My grandfather, Joshua, after devoting himself for a long time to the reading of the law and the other books of our forefathers, and after attaining considerable proficiency in them, he was led to write on his own account something in the line of instruction and wisdom, so that the lovers of learning and the person who become interested in these things might still make greater progress in living in accordance of the law. Now, this is the wisdom of Sirach, chapter 1, verse 1. All wisdom comes from the Lord and remains with him forever. The sand of the seas and the drops of the rain and the days of eternity, who can count them? The height of the heavens and the breadth of the earth, and the deep and the wisdom, who can keep track of them all? Wisdom was created before all of them, and sound intelligence from eternity. To whom has the source of wisdom been revealed? And who knows her devices? There is but one who is wise, a very terrible one, seated upon his throne. And the Lord himself created her. He saw her and counted her and poured her out upon all that he made, upon all mankind, as he chose to bestow her. But he supplied her liberally to those who loved him. The fear of the Lord is a glory and a ground of exaltation, a joy and a crown of ecstasy. The fear of the Lord delights the heart and brings gladness and joy and long life. The man who fears the Lord will have a happy end and be blessed in the day of his death. To fear the Lord is a source of wisdom, and she was created with the faithful in the womb. She has built her nest among men as a foundation from eternity, and among their posterity she will be held in trust. To fear the Lord is to be satisfied with wisdom, for she intoxicates them with her fruits. She will fill all their houses with desirable things, and their storehouses with her produce. To fear the Lord is a crown of wisdom, making peace and healing health flourish. He beheld her and counted her. He rained down in understanding and sound knowledge, and increased the glory of those who possessed her. To fear the Lord is the root of wisdom, and her branches are long life. Unrighteous anger can never be excused, for the weight of a man's anger drags him down. A patient man will control himself for a while, and afterward joy will break out. He will repress his words for a time, and the lips of many will tell of his understanding. In the storehouses of wisdom there are wise proverbs, but godliness is a detestation to the irreligious. If you desire wisdom, keep the commandments, and the Lord will supply you with her liberally. For to fear the Lord is wisdom and education, and faith and meekness win his approval. Do not disobey the fear of the Lord, and do not approach it with a divided heart. Do not be a hypocrite in the mouths of men, and take heed to your own lips. Do not exalt yourself, or you may fall, and bring disgrace upon yourselves. And the Lord will reveal your secrets, and prostrate you before all the congregation, because you do not come to the fear of the Lord, but your heart was full of deceit. My child, if you come to serve the Lord, prepare yourself to be tried. Set your heart right and be firm, and do not be hasty when things go against you. Hold fast to him, and do not forsake him, so that you may be honored when your life ends. Accept whatever happens to you, and be patient in humiliating vicissitudes. For gold is tested with fire, and men who are approved must be tested in the furnace of humiliation. Have faith in him, and he will help you. Make your way straight, and put your hope in him. You who fear the Lord, wait for his mercy, and do not turn aside, or you will fall. You who fear the Lord, have faith in him, and you will not lose your reward. You who fear the Lord, hope for his blessing, and for everlasting joy and mercy. Look at the generations of antiquity and see, who that puts his trust in the Lord was ever put to shame, or who that continued to fear him was ever forsaken, or who that called upon him was overlooked by him. For the Lord is merciful and has pity, and forgives sins, and delivers in times of affliction. Alas, for cowardly hearts and palsied hands, and for a sinner who follows two paths. Alas, for a faint heart, for it does not believe, therefore it will not be protected. Alas for you, who have lost your steadfastness. What will you do when the Lord visits you? Those who fear the Lord will not disobey his words, and those who love him will keep his ways. Those who fear the Lord will seek his favor, and those who love him will be filled with the law. Those who fear the Lord will prepare their hearts and will humble their souls before him. Let us fall into the Lord's hands and not into the hands of men. For as his majesty is, so is his mercy also. Listen to me, your father, children, and act in such a way that you may be preserved. For the Lord has glorified the father above his children, and he has established the rights of the mother over her sons. He who provides for his father atones for his sins, and he who shows his mother honor is like a man who lays up treasure. He who provides for his father will be gladdened by his children, and will be heard on the day that he prays. And he